Can men and women be friends? There is an article that says, yes, men and women can be friends. Do you agree? The panel discusses next. The Six starts right now. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this edition of The Six. Obviously, tonight we are going to be talking about, can men and women be friends? This will be a very interesting conversation. Before we get into it, let's introduce tonight's esteemed panel. First up, the ordained minister of the streets of the south side of Chicago. It is Minister Jet.
Church, check in, man. Appreciate you having me on, Donovan. Let's cook, man.
Absolutely. Jeff, you done upgraded with the green screen, man. You over here improving things.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to go grab some new stuff, man. We about to get it on, man.
There it is. There it is. I wish my lineup was as tight as yours. That's why I've worn a hat all week, because I'm raggedy. I'm just going to keep it real. Next up is the man who has, 53 tech startup companies, the man who's probably going to own the world at some of these days. It is Hotep Jesus.
Yo, what's good, man? Good to be here. Shout out to Donovan Sharpe, CME coming soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the shout out for the CME. Hotep is a confirmed speaker. Next up, the man on the west side. Now, you were in Hawaii a couple weeks ago. That is Coach Greg Adams.
Back in here with another video. Welcome to almost everybody's got 100K now, man. Shout out to the 100K club.
Absolutely. And of course, the newest member of the 100,000 subscriber club, it's Myron Gaines.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for having me on the show, and I'm happy to be here.
Yo, listen, man. Congratulate. Listen, Fresh and Fit hit 100,000 subscribers last night. I think it was last night or yesterday afternoon. So congratulations, man.
Night, right before I kicked those bimbos out.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. You had to go Frank Castle on these people as well. Yeah, bro. Talk about Myron, if you would, because there are a lot of guys who think, oh, if Fresh and Fit got to 100,000 subscribers real quick, I can do it too. Just as briefly as you can, tell them what it really takes.
Number one, for the people that think that is just going to be easy, stupid. Nah, bro. Like, it's a grind. Like there's a reason. Why YouTube, like if you look at like any of these like chicks that like have big followings on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, whatever the hell they have, TikTok, all of them pale in comparison to YouTube. And the reason why is because YouTube is the hardest platform to grow by far, especially in today's day and age where like it's oversaturated. There's content creators everywhere and the game's getting stepped up, man. Like a lot of content creators are better than television networks nowadays. Right. So it's like you need to really be on your game and reinvest any kind of money you make into this. And you might lose money in the beginning, but it's definitely not easy, man. And for the haters out there, bro, like we just grinded, man. We didn't buy no subs, we didn't buy no likes, none of that BS. You know, it is what it is, man. But like, yeah, dude, like now that I'm like here, I'm seeing like I have a newfound appreciation for guys like yourself, for Coach Greg Adams, for Hotep, for Jap, for Lucario, guys that have been doing this grind for a minute, because we're the new kids on the block. So YouTube is a grind, bro, and it's very evident why so many people fail at this, but they're able to be big on other social media platforms, but they can't do it on YouTube. On YouTube, you actually be able, you have to bring value on a continual basis consistently, right? Because you got to put videos out all the time. You got to be entertaining, and you got to bring value. And let's keep it a stack, bro. Let's just deal with the elephant in the room. We don't have boobs. We don't have big butts. We don't have any of that stuff that we can parade around on the internet and get people to pay us money. We as men, you have to bring value to the market. Like you can't rely on your beauty and your looks to get value or get paid off OnlyFans or whatever it is. Like you must bring value as a man. So any guy, right, it's just like the men on this esteemed panel that has a YouTube channel, 10K plus subs, you inevitably had to bring value to the market versus a chick that has, I've seen chicks with 1 million followers on Instagram.
Believable, dude. Blue
check and all that. And they make a YouTube channel, 500 subscribers. Why? Because they're stupid and have zero entertainment ability. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I appreciate the oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you for that explanation. And again, listen, YouTube is clearly not easy. To me, YouTube is a great equalizer. If you are, not only do you have to be entertaining, you have to be educational. And to be educational and entertaining, it's hard work. So shout out to Myron Gaines and the Fresh and Fit podcast for reaching 100 guys.
I just want to say something real fast.
Yeah, sure.
the reason why Myron and them, Fresh and Fit, have so much success is because they reinvested. I want to just reiterate and put emphasis on that. They put money up. They put real money up. He's always reinvesting, always buying. I always see him buying new, microphones and cameras, and a lot of people just ain't willing to do that. So if you ain't willing to put the money up and take that loss in the beginning, you ain't ready to do this. Go just sit down and watch the pros do it.
Not only. Go ahead, Greg.
I want to co-sign on, not just that. Myron makes some good points. I've seen the studio, when he invited me, and I said I got to go see what he's doing, because I realized that it was on a better scale than what we're doing. But I had to go see, and I saw up front for people who want to hate on them, they put money into this, bro. Like, yeah, it's a team that is working that, and that system's working. So for people who want to be successful on YouTube, what you have to understand is, even me, you've seen a particular upgrade as well. Not only in the type of content, the way I deliver it, and then the entertainment value. You've seen better cameras, better all of these things. And there's people here trying to build up audiences, and they don't even show their face anymore. I mean, I'm just like, I'm like, yo, is that 2008? Are we in 2008? Listen, we ain't in 2008 no more. Nobody's coming to your show, and you can't even show that you've advanced along the way. Some people are in the same studio for damn sure, or studio, apartment complex, or whatever it is. They ain't changed nothing. And this is why they don't grow. But again, women don't do very well on this platform, especially if they don't have a team, because shake and tell for 10 minutes ain't gonna work, right? It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see tail for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna go to the next broad. But when men come on here, if you're over 100K, you're in the top 5% of channels on this platform. You're in the top 5% of channels on this platform. So it is not just he got 100K. Hey, 100K, you're rivaling cable television shows. Yep. All right, that's what you're rivaling. So this is the importance of that. So people who want to do it, don't feel like you got to have your cameras and all that stuff. As you can see, Jap is always improving. I'm improving. My man Hotep has got voices now. Fresh and Fit has got a whole damn legit podcast. His podcast setup, by the way, is better than some of these million sub podcast setups. If you ever see the background, and they got a camera on it now. If you ever see his setup in the back, all right, I'm looking going, hey, my son was watching it the other day. I pulled him in, we were watching, and my son was like, oh, he was like, Dad, you need all of that. And I was like,
when I had to kick out Cam yesterday, people were able to see the setup, and they were like, oh crap, like there's a lot of stuff. We got an audio engineer, we got Chris moving the cameras around. It takes a lot of work, man. And I don't think people understand that, like, it's not easy. And, every man on this panel has been on YouTube longer than me. And I looked up to all you guys when we started this. And, I'm just happy that I can call you guys like partners in this. And it's just an honor to be on the panel.
I gotta say that, like, I take my hat off to you, because, like, you took it really serious. You know what I'm saying? From a branding point of view, you know what I'm saying? And having that team definitely helps. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everything we see, like, Fresh and Fit t-shirts. That's why I'm trying to do the whole everything Jap, Jap, everything, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta commend you guys for, taking the ball.
We need you down here, Coach. We need you back here. Hotep again. Donovan, all you guys are always welcome. Have a chair at the studio, bro, every single time.
Yo, summertime when I come down there, I'm bringing the heat.
Let's do it. Bringing the heat. I like that. That's a good t-shirt. I'll say this, and then we'll get on to the subject. The main reason why guys like Myron and Kevin Samuels are doing very, very well is because they are now putting out front. Listen, guys like us, we've been talking about women this, women do that 10, 15 years. But Myron and Kevin are actually now showing you that what we've been talking about is all unequivocally true. All of these RP truths we've been spitting for the last decade and a half, you are now seeing it right in front. You are seeing the verification night after night after night. And guys can't get enough of this stuff. This is when people tune in. They're like, oh my God, like these girls they're saying exactly what these guys said they were going to say 5 and 6 years ago.
And that's not easy either. For people who think they can be on the screen with women in today's modern delusion, and you can be on there and you can handle them. I mean, putting yourself out there doing it, because when I went on the show, I was like, all right, hey, anything could happen with women on the brand. Like, so they could dish you, they could come out there. So for people to think that's easy to do, and he's got first of all, to get women to show up is hard.
Dude.
And they're showing up. So now to deal with them in live real time, this is not an easy thing to do. And I'm going to tell you something. You think 100K, this podcast, haters, buckle up. That podcast is going to be at 300K by the end of the summer.
I think so.
So buckle up, haters, because y'all gonna have enough to hate on.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be at least at $250,000 by the end of the summer. And for those of you guys who say, see, Myron and Fresh have invested a lot of money in their podcast. They have invested not one red cent in the women, because a lot of your haters are like, oh, they have to pay these girls to come on. They're not paying these bitches.
It's in one of the videos, man. Like the girl even says, "Yo, pay us to be treating us like this." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro!" Like, you know,
like a lot of these guys that have been doing this red pill content, they've been hitting people with like information overload.
Yep.
They're hot on their faces. It's boring. It's bland. And like when you're putting shows together like The Six and Myron with the Fresh and Fit, Coach Greg, everybody, like we are entertainment as well. You know what I mean? Like,
That's right.
A lot of provocative shit. You know, we all got personalities. Everybody bringing something to the table, and it's becoming like a cable network. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I agree.
Filling them with the entertainment aspect of it as well. Like, it's fun.
Totally, man. Listen, you have to be. Don't get me wrong. You have to be entertaining, but you also have to educate people.
You have to bring value
elsewhere. Yeah.
One thing I've learned about this game, bro, is that as a man on YouTube, as a man on social media in general, you have to bring value. You don't have the privilege of being able to show your body and get like views and content. All that. Nah, it don't work that way. You have to bring value as a man.
Real talk, man, and that's in real life as well. Male content creators are made. Female content creators are born. Yeah. Lee Maxfield, $5. To shout out to Japa. Church was fire this morning. Congrats, Myron. I've been subbed since the Unplugged 5th days. Very good. Viking Paradigm says, real talk. Shout out to Myron. Missing the gym, working with me, busting out upgrades minutes before the show. Hard work pays. On that note, we are going to go to our main topic of the evening. Can men and women be friends? Well, according to a website called The Good Men Project, on a post written by Kara Kennedy, yes, she says men and women can be friends. I'm only going to read part of this. When I was in college, she says, in the very funny, although now very dated film, When Harry Met Sally, the male protagonist opined that men and women can't be friends. It was news to me even way back in the late 80s. I had many wonderful platonic friendships with men, and Harry's fictional assertion that they are all, quote, pretty much wanted to nail me did not ring true in the least. And now, nearly 30 years later, I hear the same tired old excuses for why members of the opposite sex cannot enjoy healthy emotional intimacy without physical intimacy as well. A woman I know, stay with me, guys. A woman I know recently posted yet another article written on the subject and asked a wise and valid question. What about the subject asked a wise and valid question? What about, oh boy, here we go. I'm not getting into that. This article quoted psychologist Chuck Schaefer saying, the only avenue boys have been socialized to think they can have emotional intimacy is through romantic relationship. It is also asserted that there is, quote, science behind the idea that men cannot have successful platonic relationships, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and read the studies if you wish, but the bottom line is this. Some men and women can't be friends due to the fact that they have been told they can't be friends, and they believed it. Listen, man, CGA, I'm going to start with you because here is my assertion. Can men and women be friends? Absolutely. It's just not a good idea for the man. What say you?
I'm curious because they just threw it out as a blanket statement. They didn't put in like possibilities. Are we talking about can a married man be a friend with a single woman while he has his wife? I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. I think for most men are going to engage with a female or a woman if they have a sexual interest. And then once that's figured out, he might want to play in the background in the beta male orbit, as we call it, as a friend. But if she offered him some peace leave, he gonna take it. Most men are not gonna take it. So he'll take it as a friend and then try to develop the relationship after that. Many women might engage with a guy without wanting a romantic relationship. So I think it's wishful thinking that women are saying, yes, a man and a woman can be friends. But I think many times those same women, when they are a married woman and their husband has a female friend, she will change her mind on that subject matter.
Real talk. I will also say this. I don't know one woman, or at least very few women, who say, well, men and women can't be friends because of the obvious. No, every woman will say that men and women can be friends only because it is only the woman who benefits. This is why all these studies say men and women, of course they can be friends. It's because it's the woman who benefits.
You benefit. And so one more thing, I think some of the best female friends that I have, I've already slept with them. Right. So it's already off the table. Like you already had it. Some female women that I haven't slept with, it kind of the relationship died when somebody either made that advance or whatever. But I think ones that I've already taken it off the table and I don't need anything from them, I can actually engage in a friendship with them.
Oh, how about that? Okay. Well, there's a caveat there. Hotep, can men and women be friends? Yes or no?
Men and women can be friends both before and after sex. Also, if one of them is unattractive or unattracted to the other, for example, you got somebody who is, what do you say, a Pillsbury biscuit can? It's real easy to be friends, with somebody like that. Even then something, a couple of drinks and you never know what might happen. She starts slimming down because that alcohol getting to you.
Real talk.
That's happened before. But now, for the most part, no, they can't be friends. And a lot of women are actually fooled into believing that this is possible. And they 100% of the time, they are going to be sadly mistaken. I remember one time I was talking to a friend of mine, right? A friend of mine, and she was complaining to me, and I said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, my best friend took an advance at me," and I was like, "Well, tell me what happened." Now, remind you, she got jumped in the trunk, right?
All right.
She was hell. So yeah. So I said, "So what happened?" She was like, "I don't know. I was, hanging out he was at her house or his house, it doesn't matter." But she said she had on some low cut booty shorts on, and he went for a little, he went in to get a little grab, and and she got upset, and I was like, "Why are you upset?" It's like, because I thought we were just friends. I'm like, you gonna wear booty shorts around a man and think that's gonna not arouse him? Like he's not gay. So she was like, so she ended up being cool with him again after that talk. But I had to let her know, like, you can't just be sitting around wearing stuff like that around men. And so women, a male friend to a woman is a man just waiting to fuck.
Man, wow. Very, very well said. Jap, dude, I got to get on this. The only thing I have is the Donovan. I need more than that. Jap, can men and women be friends? Yes or no?
It depends. And it's based off the man. So what I'm gonna say is this: like, if the woman is unattractive, then your nature will allow you to still be friends with her. Like you won't try to jump on her, or, make a move in advance.
Right.
But when I see dudes like, oh, this is the homie, and the bitch is fine, that's some bullshit. We all got a motive, you know what I'm saying? Especially if the motherfucker's not gay or anything like that.
Right.
So, I don't think it's possible, but women like to trick themselves into thinking that shit just so they can have a bunch of males around and chase them. But I like to deal with the nature of a man. Like, for instance, my girl can't have male friends. She's bad. So this is not happening. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that none of these guys really want to listen to the bullshit she's talking about. And, when you're a real friend, you got to listen to bullshit, babble. No. And if she's talking crazy about me and what problems she's having about me, they're just being an ear to listen to. So they their chance. So no, I don't believe in men and women being friends unless the woman is completely unattractive. And that's that.
I will say this. A lot of guys like to ask me because I'm going to come to Myron next. They ask me, well, Donovan, what if Devin wants to have male friends? Devin can be friends with whoever she wants. If she wants to be friends with the hulking, ripped bodybuilder, by all means, go be friends with the guy. If you want to go clubbing with your friends on a Friday night, have fun and knock yourself out. I'll have your bags packed on Monday. For me, it's a sequence and a consequence. I'm not holding a gun to my girl's head. She can do whatever she wants, right? I can't control my girlfriend, but I can control what I do for myself. This is where men fall short. My girlfriend understands that she can do whatever she wants, but there are going to be consequences for her actions. She can either be on social media or she can be with me, not both. She can travel alone or she can be with me, never both. She can have male friends or she can be with me, never both. Now, her hairdresser is a guy named Travis who is very happy. Listen, Travis, by all means, love you to death. He does a great job on my girl's hair. Dude, spend the night at Travis' house. You can braid each other's hair and talk about boys. I'm good with that. If Travis has a bodybuilding friend who's straight, Devin can hang out with him too. Just understand what's going to be waiting on the other side. So, Myron, give me your thoughts here on male and female friendships, quote unquote. Do you agree or disagree? Can they be friends? Are there exceptions?
So I took some notes because everyone.
Here we go.
Points.
Get it ready.
So first, so that I can make my point, I'm going to define what a friend is, and I'm going to define what an associate is, because these two things always get conflated. So what a lot of girls, what a lot of people think is actually it's an associate. So I define a friend as someone that you can hang out with alone. You know, hey, I want to go to the movies. You want to come with me? Cool. Hey, I was going to go get a drink at the spot. You want to come through? Okay, cool. Yo, I was thinking about going to the beach. You want to come with? Cool. So in a lot of situations, women can't really ask a guy that without it being inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I would define as a friend. Can you call this individual to help you or go and do things with you on a one-on-one basis where you guys are exchanging some kind of real value from both parties? And 9 out of 10 times, it's the man giving all the value and the woman delivering zero. You know what I'm saying? Because the woman is getting everything she wants. She's getting that companionship. She's getting that masculinity. She's getting that protection, right? Because if she's out with a male friend, she's inevitably going to feel safer. More than likely, that guy is going to defend her if something was to arise, whatever it may be. Whereas that guy is not getting the sexual access. So I would say with an emphatic no, right, that men and women cannot be friends. Now, the other thing is I think they can be associates. And what I mean by associate is you guys have some kind of mutual situation where you guys work with each other to get to a greater good. I'll give you guys an example. So as you guys know, I have a porn star. Her name is Kiki Clout, or sorry, I'm a Spicy Star. She comes on the show and we do a show with her. I would not consider her a friend, but she is an associate that helps us with her business. So therefore, we deal with her, respect her, whatever it may be, because none of us are trying to smash her, because we understand that that's going to mess up with the lines, right? Because it works. So she's an associate, right? But there's exceptions to the rule too. So I would say sometimes you have forced associations. And I would say this is when, just like people said in the panel earlier, one party's really ugly and the other one would never see them in a romantic light, whether it's the male or the female. The other exception is there's serious relationships intertwined in their friendship. For example, let's say your brother's wife, right? Like you ain't gonna mess with her. Like she's basically family at that point, or a close friend's girlfriend or wife. That is considered like you guys are associates, but obviously you guys are
boundaries.
Like exactly,
there you go, boundaries. Yeah,
there's boundaries, and then there's other like situations where it's a colleague that you work with. You ain't gonna obviously you want to keep that professional because you don't want to S where you eat, if you guys know what I'm saying. So I would say that being friends with a woman, impossible. Being associates with her, though, completely reasonable and sometimes needed to get to a greater good. The thing is, though, is that men need to understand that it ends at associate. And what I mean by associate is that once the mutual benefit that you're giving to each other ends, there's no more communication. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The mistake that a lot of these guys make, though, is that they continue to communicate with these girls, thinking that they can go through the back door to get some action later on. And that's just not the right way to go, because what's going to happen is women are always, we all know women are allergic to accountability in 2021, right? Let's keep it a stack. They're so what she's going to do is she's going to play dumb. She's going to try to assume that plausible deniability. Oh, I didn't know, just like Hotep's story. I didn't know he would like me, but deep down she knew that he likes her. It's just that she enjoys that male attention to a degree that it's addicting to a lot of women, bro. There's a reason why women outnumber men when it comes to social media usage, when it comes to them having male friends, whatever. I can't tell you how many bimbos have come on this show and said, yeah, I have male friends. And I'm like, oh, really? Text him right now. Let's see and say you're horny. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm going to do that. Or if they do it, the guy messages them then, or they finally come to the realization, yeah, no, you're right. He would definitely try to smash. But they put him in that position because let's know the uncomfortable truth right now. Most women hate each other. They can't stand each other. Because when they deal with women, there's going to be a cerebral battle where there's going to be some passive aggressive tendencies, whatever. Men, we don't operate like that. If you don't like a dude, you just ain't gonna deal with him. Women, they will hate each other and not find out that this woman had a anger towards her or was holding resentment for her for years. Like they will hold grudges till they die. Men aren't like that. You know what I'm saying? We enact on our grudges. Oh, I don't like you. You don't like me. Let's fist fight. Bam, be done with it after. Because men don't just.
And then you're usually cool after that if you throw hands with somebody.
Yeah, but women don't operate like that. So like if they don't like you, you might not even know, and they might hold a grudge against you for months, years, and you won't find out until after, and then they'll do some grimy stuff to you. So women know this on an innate level. This is why they prefer to have male friends, because men don't do that BS when they have their friendships. So they envy that and they want that, because not only do they get that no BS with men, but they also get that that security, that male attention, etc.
Right.
Women live for male attention, whether they want to admit it or not, they do. So having a male friend is and the fact that you can keep them in the friend zone like that,
boom,
is a testament to her beauty.
Check this out. And before we go to Lucario, shout out to Lucario. Being emotionally late. The reason why women like male friends is that they get all the benefits of a relationship without having to fuck. That's really what it comes down to. Lucario, what are your thoughts on, because Lucario always brings a different perspective. That's why I have him on the panel, because I always learn from this guy. What is your perspective on male and female friendships? I think men and women can be friends. It's just not a good idea for the man. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to everybody in chat, man. And I definitely agree with Myron. And what he was saying is that, you could have those associates and sort of those business quote unquote friendships, right? But a man and a woman can never actually be real friends unless there's sex involved. So meaning like if you're, let's say it's a girl you already hit, like you already smashed, you could be actual friends with her because the sex part is out the way. You understand what I'm saying? And so there can be like an actual situation where y'all are just cool with each other, y'all rock with each other. She likes her personality, you like her personality, she's a cool chick. And sometimes what'll happen is sometimes you could probably hit it again at some point because you already done hit it.
Right.
But as far as a woman and a man actually just being, chill and no sex is happening, that'll never happen, because either one or both parties are going to be attracted to each other, or what's going to happen is that you're going to have a woman who she wants to be friends with the guy, but she realizes that she can't actually be friends with him. So what it is that it's sort of like this pseudo type of like fake friendship where the guy likes her. She knows the guy likes her, but she's just saying we're friends. You understand? So he's basically, around to give her attention. Right. He's giving her that boyfriend energy, but she don't really like him like that. You see what I'm saying? And then what happens is that these guys, because they're beta males, because she could never do that with an alpha, because they're beta males, they're just going to stick around hoping that at some point they'll be more than friends. So it's not really a friendship. Also, another thing too is this: men and women generally don't have the same type of interest generally. Yep. You understand? So, guy, you know what I mean? You might want to go do some masculine type shit, or let's say, for example, like you're not going to tell your girl, like your girlfriend, hey, let's go out and pick up some chicks. It ain't going to be the same vibe. You understand what I'm saying? Or you might say something that might offend her. Like if me and Donovan is chilling, we might say some raunchy ass stuff, but
like big booty bitches.
Right, exactly. But if you say that to your girl, your girlfriend, she's going to get offended. So it's like it's too much of those things that's going to make it to where it's not going to be an actual friendship. She's not going to really respect you as a man, and you're going to be annoyed by her being, annoyed at you for being a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen.
Very good. Very good.
I found myself one time being friends with the cute fat bitch. And,
oh, no.
And, it was great because it was great because she had all bad friends. So I'm friends with her, and I made sure to keep a real good tight friendship with her, and she kept bringing all the bad chicks through. It was a beautiful thing.
All of her friends were a bunch of bad bitches. Is that what it was?
Yeah. So like a lot of people don't understand. Like a lot of fine ass chicks keep a real. I call them the person to coat holders. They keep this little chubby little chick with them that carries the purses, does whatever. And you know what I'm saying? She kind of holds it down while these chicks get real loose. So I stay friends with her because she brings the bad chicks through.
Hey, listen, I am not mad at that. Shout out to Chris Pogson. The producer of the Fresh and Fit podcast, the newly minted 100,000 subscriber Fresh podcast. That is the dude. Listen, man, that is the man behind the curtain, dude. He's the guy that makes everything go. Shout out to him. He probably has as much clout as you guys do now. He is as visible. Hey, Terzo, $20 says, "Hey, fellas, I'd like to say thank you for your knowledge and hard work to help men all over the world. You guys are changing lives. Mad respect to you all. Appreciate that." Hey, Terzo. Osman Safi, $5 says, "Love the podcast, guys. Congrats on 100K Fresh and Fit. Those broads yesterday gave me a headache, though. Don't they all? Don't they all?" Iceman 23, $2 says, "This content is legit. I would certainly hope so." Geeky Anomaly. This is actually a very good question. Thoughts on RP men having lesbian friends that they like to do stuff with the guys and contribute to the male group? I got
a lesbian friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna give you guys a second to think about this. I'll get through the rest of these and we'll come back to this. This would be an interesting question. Unique 79 with the 50-pound super chat. Says, "Being friends with a woman you are attracted to is an indirect backdoor stray cat tactic. You are her last resort. When she reaches her late 30s, Myron, slow applause, salute for last night with those psychos and 100,000 subscribers." Wow.
Thank you, man.
Shout out to Taylor Carnivore, who is in the house. He is a confirmed speaker at the Conference of Masculine Excellence. Kevin Samuels is not going to be able to make it. This is the guy that tailored my suit. So this is the guy that makes me look good. So shout out to Tailored Carnivore in the chat. Chris Bogson, $5 says, "Aye." Shout out to the panel and the chat. Let's get it. It's probably not really the way he meant it to sound.
Hey, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. All right. Got it. Red Sings the Blue says, "In short, no. Curious People, $5 says, "Guys will never reach or achieve his full potential being platonic friends with girls." I 100% endorse that. Let's go back to Geeky Anomaly. Now, Hotep, you said you do have lesbian friends. What is that like?
Yeah, I got a lesbian friend, and I can't wait to hit it.
That's what I'm saying. That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I got my first ever I don't want to say community strike, but the first slap on the wrist I ever got from a platform was episode 56. There's no such things as extremely happy girls. And they got me on that one. I was like, whoa, they actually took down. Can they do that? Apparently they can. Coach Greg Adams, your thoughts on having extremely happy female friends?
Why?
I don't know, because they like to do stuff with the guys and contribute to the male group. I don't know.
Nah, man. What you got to understand, sometimes, because I've worked in college athletics, so I worked around a lot of lesbian women. They don't hang out with dudes. No. Like maybe to go gang banging if they came from that type of hood, situation. But they want to be around hoes, just like men do. I don't see why that would be. I don't see why. Of all the lesbian players that I've coached and been around, and they rarely, maybe to smoke weed, I guess. I don't know, to get a drink, but they was always trying to do what the dudes were doing, which was to get some peace leave.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that they do have in common. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, extremely happy women. Can you be friends? I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
Well, my experience with that in Chicago, these women are really aggressive. You know what I'm saying? These particular women beat the hell out of their girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're really aggressive to you because in their heart they think they're the guys. So they're very territorial. You know what I'm saying? So when you come around them, they feel intimidated and they don't really like it. So I never seen that dynamic unless it was like what Coach Greg said, where it was like some gang stuff. It was like Snoop from The Wire, like this chick really want to be down with the hood. She's gang banging, she's smoking weed. She still thinks she's trying to be a dude, so then she hangs with dudes. But as a dude, I wouldn't see myself trying to hang with no happy woman, hoping that, because a lot of them don't even really look right. Like if you look at a woman like Young M.A., that rapper,
yeah,
terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, man, as far, and I don't want to get too far in the weeds with this, but, and I got to be very careful here. A lot of times a woman doesn't decide to be happy. The decision is made for them, if you know what I mean. Oh my God. And I know what her name is. Former Baylor standout. She's very, very tall, plays in the WNBA. She came out as an extremely happy person. I wasn't surprised. And the reason why is because, men typically don't want to date women who are 6'9". This is through no fault of her own. So she has to go. And this is real. Just to go where she's wanted, right? I mean, everybody wants to be loved by somebody. And I think that's why a lot of times there's no such, dude, Devin says this all the time. There's no such thing as lipstick lesbians. And what she
needs the rainbow by default.
Well, yeah, there you go. And so, but she says there's no such things as lipstick happy women. In other words, there's no such thing as a red hot, super hot, happy woman. That's just a phase for her, right? She knows that because at the end of the day, she still prefers sausage over tacos, and everybody knows that. Macario, what are your thoughts on happy women?
Well, listen,
relationships. Listen, if my channel gets taken down because of this, I'm blaming Geeky Anomaly. I'm tipping toe around the landmines, man. I'm doing my best.
I'm trying to find the best way to say this. All right, so it depends on what type of happy woman she is. If she's the butch kind, then I feel like you can be friends. But if he's like the more feminine, it's gonna be a little harder because you're gonna be attracted to her in a way where you're gonna still try to make it happen. And that's what happened with me. There was certain feminine happy women that I was cool with, but then we ended up doing stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, again, it's that sexual energy is strong. So it's going to be hard to just be friends and call it a day. You see what I'm saying?
I agree with you. If she's butch, then yeah, listen all day. Okay, pick up chicks. But if she, Byron, what are your thoughts here?
My thoughts on happy women is
oh, there we go.
9 out of 10 times it is Captain. And the reason why is because we all know that women tend to love opportunistically and they deal with men on an opportunistic level. So any girl that is attractive, mildly attractive and feminine is almost always going to deal with men. And there's a reason for this. The reason why is because men are simpler to deal with. Let's just keep it a stack. Yep. Men have wanted to, we haven't changed for centuries, really. Like men are the same. Like we still look for the same things in women, right? So men are easier to deal with. Why, right? Just as human beings, think about this. Human beings always go with the path of least resistance. This is why I always say happy men are the happiest dudes ever.
Real talk.
Because they deal with other happy men. There's no BS. There's no questions when the check comes. They just save their money, get on Grindr and do what they got to do, and then release and then go back to work. That's why they all have so much money, because they don't deal with women. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I have like
real talk
on this. Me and Aaron Clary, shout out to Aaron Clary. We talked about this, like how they have so much money. Like here in Miami, all the nice neighborhoods, in major cities where there's a nice neighborhood, there's a bunch of happy dudes. Why? Because they have money from not dealing with women. So going back to the feminine women, why would they put themselves through the misery of dealing with other women who make it difficult to get action and to get resources? Because I'm going to say another uncomfortable truth also. Women that tend to be claimed that they're bi or happy, whatever it may be, it's capped 9 out of 10 times. Because I'll tell you this too. I asked these bi girls, hey, what are your standards for a man versus what are your standards for a woman?
Ooh.
You guys want to know the truth? They always have way more standards for the man versus the woman. By virtue of dealing with a man, they ask for more because they know men have to bring something to the table and are okay with it. Women don't. So if you deal with another woman and the check comes at the restaurant, you're both going to be looking at each other like, oh.
Cricket.
Who's going to pay for this? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. So why would a woman that's attractive not leverage her most powerful asset and use it to get men? This is why very rarely have I seen a very attractive woman that's full on happy. She might be bi, but 9 out of 10 times she might go through the happy phase and she'll always go back to men, because women know deep down dealing with other women is a pain in the ass. They're not going to bring as much to the table because, let's keep it a stack, a lot of women are entitled and they want to feel like they're taken care of and everything like that. Imagine 2 entitled people in one room. Hey, who's going to pay for dinner? Am I paying for it? No, you pay for it. Hey, who's going to clean? But women make decisions on a committee level, so nothing ever gets done. And if for people that already know what they're going to say, Myron, you misogynist.
How dare you?
My answer to that is this. Shout out to our boy Kevin Simmons. He always uses this reference when when they put the men on the island and the women on the island.
Oh yeah.
Within a month, the women were out of water. They were about to die, whatever maybe. They had to rescue them from the island. The men had fire going, clean water, food, shelter, all that stuff in place.
Bedroom shelter, yeah.
Established the dominance hierarchy immediately upon landing on the thing to figure out and survive. Men are builders. Men create. Women extract. It is what it is. They're 80% of the consumer base. You guys can call me sexist, whatever you want to say. Reality is sexist, ladies. It's just that you guys like the sexism when it helps you get into Club Live for free, but you don't like it when you can't, when you can't, have equality. So the point I'm trying to make is an attractive woman that's a happy person 9 out of 10 times doesn't last, because they know when they get into the marketplace and deal with other women, those women aren't going to bring as much to the table as men do. And we all know women love opportunistically. So why would you deal with other women when you have the opportunity to get a man that's inevitably going to bring way more value to the relationship and provision for you without questions asked?
Well said. That was actually JB84 points this out. Bear Grylls season 2. Yeah, Kevin and I, we had that conversation a year ago. He says, listen, you got to watch Bear Grylls season 2. It was an abject disaster. Oh, dude, the women, when they got to the island, everybody wanted to sunbathe and hang out. Then when people started to get thirsty and it started to rain, then they had to send 3 guys from the man island to save the women. It was unbelievable. It was
and just one other thing I want to say, because this might be labeled as like, oh, Myron, like,
how dare you?
Like, you guys all hate women, blah, blah, blah. No man on this panel hates women, ladies. No. What I am going to say is that we acknowledge uncomfortable truths that men and women are not equal. We're completely different how we process things in the world, our emotions to things, how we make decisions, everything like that. We're completely different. You know what I mean? Reality does not adhere to stupid social constructs of the left saying that men and women are equal. We just acknowledge these realities and understand that men and women are different. That's not saying one gender is better than the other. We're better at certain things. Men are fantastic creators for some weird reason. You know what I'm saying? Every invention that's made has been made by men. But, at the end of the day, you need women to take care and rear children. You know what I'm saying? They're the nurturing
women to create people.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with being different. It's just that the problem is that the womanist agenda wants to sit here and try to say, oh, well, I could do anything a man can. No, you can't. Because if you did, you'd be in the NBA getting dunked on by LeBron. And last I checked, you can't do that. You want equal pay. Fuck out of here.
I'll tell you this. The actual womanist movement this is so funny. The actual womanist movement is an insult unto itself, because the womanist movement endorses masculine activities. So by virtue of the actual movement, they're calling themselves inferior because they're trying to do exactly what we're doing under the banner of womanism. They're too stupid to realize this. C-Dub, $10, says, dropping tuition for the panel. 100% that Kevin Samuels can't make the See Me in person with his schedule, but maybe he could speak live remotely or record a keynote address to play for attendees. The See Me will be fire. That's up to Kevin and Kevin alone. I've got another excerpt here from this article. This is actually pretty funny. So the article continues. Sure, it says, women have been culturally sexualized since the dawn of mankind, and most men have been raised with the idiotic assertion that if they are normal, they will think about sex every 7 seconds. How did that rumor get started? How would one even go about proving such a blatantly preposterous thing? But none of that is fact. It is simply a societal invitation that we can choose to disregard. All good men know that women are people, not sex objects, and treat them accordingly. I'm going to go around the panel on this. There you go. Here, listen. Women objectify themselves all the time. They make themselves sex objects all the time. They do it virtually online, right? Women don't post pictures of themselves, hey, look at my new earrings, and then it's like a picture of her boobs, basically. They objectify themselves online all the time, OnlyFans, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. But here's the second way they do it. The moment a woman takes birth control, she literally turns herself into an object. The physical purpose of life, the act of sex, is reproduction. When you take reproduction off of the table on purpose via birth control, you are literally turning yourself into a literal sex object. Women do this to themselves. Hotep, your thoughts?
I've actually uncovered the agenda in this, but I'm going to wait and see if you pick up on it as you read through the article, because I went ahead and read it in the meantime. But you hit the nail on the head. Nobody turns women into sex objects like another woman.
Right.
Their shirts are all low cut. We didn't tell them to get their shirts low cut like that. The beauty industry is a $500 million industry by 20 something or other. They have to wear makeup, eyelashes, all these different things. For who? To cover up their own insecurities, because they only perceive themselves as their physical person. We don't do that to them. They do it to themselves. They perceive themselves only based upon, and their whole entire being is attached to their physical body. Their happiness is attached to their physical body. You can even see it. Sometimes you see these women, they post selfies, right? And you'll see sometimes, most of the time they're posting selfies with their makeup on, right? Then every once in a while they try to do the whole, hey, bare face thing. You can see in their face the unhappiness of having to deal with them catfishing themselves.
Oh my God. they're like, look, wait, hold on. Look, they're like, look, no makeup. It's almost like they lack the confidence. That's hilarious. I'm going to go back and look at some of those pictures too. CGA, what are your thoughts on the assertion that it is men who objectify women and not actual women?
Well, they use women are good at words. They're using words to create plausible deniability, to change the story. They're trying to say men think about sex more, or women don't think of sex as much as men do. They'll use all of these terms and phrases and paint a rosy picture. But what they're leaving out is women overwhelmingly think about what they can benefit from by giving sex more than men, or as much as men. So we might think about the act of sex a little bit more and think about how we can get that, but they think about it in the terms of, they're not thinking about the act itself or the need of it. They may not be. They'll say they're not, but that's a lie either. But they'll think about how they can benefit from it. And Hotep talked about it. Makeup. The minute you apply makeup, and I talked about this on my show, you're enhancing sexual features. You're enhancing fertility. You're enhancing age. You're covering up blemishes. That is a benefit. Now she's trying to benefit and market from her sex appeal. The minute they do selfies, if the act of selfie and posting it is an act of marketing to get yourself into a position to benefit from sex. Not only that, competing with men on the marketplace, competing with it, like losing weight. If a woman says she wants to lose weight, like, why would she want to lose weight? Some of them can walk around looking like a Pillsbury biscuit can, but some of them prefer not to in order to compete for better men. That virtually is thinking about the process of courting and sex. So when they say we don't think about sex, yeah, you don't think about getting your back blown out, maybe. All right, some of you do, because if you go some of these women's house and you go to their bedroom and they got that drawer right over here, go to the second drawer, open it up. You're going to see all kind of whirling dirt. They're going to see stuff like this and the stuff that hey, bro, they think about sex. So the idea is all of these things that they do, when they use language and write these pretty articles, yes, they can frame it in a way that we think about sex more and men don't think about that. That's all ridiculous. Look, if she's never been a man, you don't know what it's like to be a man. I walk around all the time. I ain't trying to think about no sex, and I'm thinking about it. There you go. So come on, stop it. She's never been a man, and that's just the bottom line on that story.
They're like statements like that try to demonize masculinity. Listen, guys, there's nothing wrong with wanting to fuck broads. Like, this is what we're here for.
That's what we do.
I mean, it is what it is. Oh my God, you just like her because she has big boobs.
Right.
Well, yeah. yes, I do. Yeah, we as men, we have no problem acknowledging our nature. Women, for whatever reason, do. LaGreia, what are your thoughts on women sort of blaming us for the over-sexualization of them? Are they wrong? Are they right? Who's responsible?
Well, the thing is that, you know, when we talk about sex objects, well, women are sex objects, just like men are sex objects. We're all sex objects. Okay. That's one thing. Two, with, you know, the over sexualization, the thing is that women have to say that because, again, women still have to make a situation look like they're not like that. They're not like yes. You know what I'm saying? They always got to do that. They have to have the I'm different. I'm celibate. I'm a Christian. I don't do that type. They have to have that energy. You understand? But women love sex. You understand? And some women love sex even more than men. Do you know that women have up to like maybe I think it's 12 or 11 different types of orgasms that women can have? And also There's a study that said that 70% of women can have up to 20 orgasms in one sex session or something like that. So women love sex. It's just that in society they have to pretend they don't because of all these different things that we talk about here. You know what I'm saying?
Purity. Well, yeah. Listen, women have to pretend they don't love sex because if they say I love sex, then the moniker of Scarlet Letter. Here's the thing. It's not, listen, wanting to get your back blown out by every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you see that's got a six-pack, that doesn't make you a 304. Giving into those whims makes you a 304. Listen, having a lot of sex is great as long as it's with one person at a time. Myron, your thoughts on the over-sexualization of women and therein, as we've got the ninja. We have ninja watchers? Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is Ninja Gaines is here. Yo, first and foremost,
Get over here!
like the goddamn video because you guys there's 1,000 live viewers right now and there's only 300 something likes. I just looked at it. This is some bullshit. Like the goddamn video, okay? They're trying to get Donovan Shadow Bear in here. Like the video, get the engagement so that we can push the channel and we can all grow together. Like the goddamn video, you ninja watchers. Now, I'm gonna give my opinion real quick.
Get over here. I love that, dude.
So going back to the objectification. So guys, you can't make this crap up. If you guys look at my video after this, obviously don't go look at it right now. But I have a video. It's the last video, the stream we did last night. It's search Fresh and Fit removing bimbos at the 40-minute mark. Okay, 40-minute mark. The blonde on the right hand side, right? I put it in the timestamps at the 40-minute mark. She basically complains that men objectify her. But if you guys see her on the stream, she has her boobs out, makeup all done, hair down, all this other crap. And she says, oh, I dress like that for myself, blah, 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 some BS like that. But she dresses like that all the time. And then she gets mad when men catcall her or whatever else like that. And it was just ridiculous. And then on top of that, she went to proceed to say, I hate men. I effing hate men. Nothing happening to her. Her OnlyFans is still doing fine. But that's the reality we live in, man. Women want zero accountability for their poor decisions. I'm just going to call it a stack, okay? They want to be able to dress like hoes without being treated like a hoe, but they're wearing a hoe's uniform. What do you expect is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Dave Chappelle. If I walked around in a police uniform, right, and everyone ran up to me and said, hey, this dude just robbed me. Help me. What am I going to say? Oh, just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer. Like, bro, that's exactly what she's doing. She's wearing a hooker's uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What is going to happen? They're going to catcall you. They're going to who and holler, all this other stuff. Like, what you put out into the world is exactly what you're going to get back. And I hate to say it, there's a reason why Islam makes women cover up. They do that because they understand that men, right, are going to be men, right? And going to have urges. And to have women get respect and modesty from men, they need to dress modestly. That's just the way the world works. I didn't make the rules. I didn't make biology the way it is. It is what it is. So, but the problem is that women want to be able to make bad decisions without suffering the consequences of said bad decisions.
That's right.
If you're going to wear a neon dress with your boobs out, do you think men are going to respect you? Yes or no? And she's going to be like, oh,
nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, hell no. So it's like what you put out into the world is what you get back. It's just that they want to be able to not suffer consequences for bad decisions. That's the world we live in now because we tell women that they can have it all. They live in a bizarre world where there's no consequences of actions. If they're fat, it's okay, girl. Body positivity. Love their curves. If I'm fat, they're going to be like, bro, you fat as hell. What are you doing? Like, yo, you ain't going to get no chicks. They're going to clown you. You're a basement dweller, blah, blah, blah. Men live in a fact-based reality while women live in a Disney World reality, which unfortunately they don't realize they wake up from at about 37 years old when they don't get the same attention.
Shout out to CGA with the no. Nope. Dude, I got to get up on the soundboard game. Jap.
Yeah.
We objectify women, or do women objectify themselves, or are we both responsible?
Well, they bring it on themselves. On my channel, I got a video called "If You Dress Like a Hoe, I Dress You Like a Hoe."
Oh my God!
Like, you know, again, it goes back to kind of what Myron's saying. You get the energy that you put out, but I'm not looking to be enlightened by women. I'm not looking to be, intrigued by her thoughts. Women take 2-3 hours to get dressed for a reason. They spend more money on their look for a reason. You know what I mean? Like most of their monthly budget goes into appearance. We don't spend that much money on appearance. We're good with a plain V-neck shirt, workout, some nice jeans and stuff like. No, these women are buying every accessory that they could possibly buy. They're spending a lot of money on their image, and they're validated off of attention.
Yep.
That's why they take the likes so serious. You ever notice, like, if I'm going on a date with a chick, she'll pull out her phone and just instant selfie. Boom. Like, like she never looked good before. But you know what I'm saying? Like, always doing the duck lips. They always want you to take a picture. I'm not taking a picture. I told her I'm not
your Instagram husband, chick.
No, I'm not holding the camera and taking a picture for you to upload. I'm not your damn girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't play yourself. Get out of here.
You want to know the reason why women take likes so seriously is because that is an accurate representation of their current sexual market value. That's why they take it seriously. And it's funny. Women, I think Myron is the one that told me that there are some Instagram models, they'll post a picture, and if they don't get like 100 likes in the first minute, they take the picture down.
Thanks, bro.
I'm like, what?
They like the timestamp the time when they really look good. So they keep marketing that, because when they're going home and they're wearing a bonnet, they're not going to timestamp that. They're not going to put the bonnet and the rollers pictures up.
Wow.
They're going to put up the best representation and then advertise it, so when guys come into their inbox and stuff like that, then they can sift through and get candidates.
Well, what you do is you say jump on that FaceTime real quick, and then they don't want to jump on. That's an indication right there. Hey, let's call. Hey, they're never ready the way they market themselves to be ready. All right, they take the good light, the good makeup, the good hair. Hey, jump on real quick. They'd be like, nope. And then all of a sudden, why not? Oh, I got to brush my hair. I ain't ready. All right, well then that's who you really are.
I want to say this one thing for you guys out here dating. Be weary of the fact that you're taking a chick out for a photo shoot.
Oh, hell no.
She could be taking a lot of photos.
That's a problem.
When it falls off, those are moments that she's putting up and making herself look fly, making it look like she's doing it big. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to it.
Yo,
a lot of pictures.
Yo, Jap, you wanted something, because in my book, The Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity, I actually advise men to do that for themselves. You got when you go out with women, you got to take picture in those moments that you out with women, and that really attracts other women. So it's cool. She want to have a photo shoot, make sure you get your photo shoot too.
Okay.
Real talk. Listen, if she's gonna advertise, so should you. Quick announcement: the Book of Womanese, Volume 1, is now out. It's only $16. The Book of Womanese, Volume 1, contains over 125 of the most common words, phrases, and statements that women make to mislead and deceive men. For example, when she says, I haven't been in a relationship in 3 years, what she means is I've been sport fucking my way through Tinder for the last 3 years. Get your copy now at donovansharpe.com/womanese. Again, it's only $16. And on the second page, there is a coupon code that will give you 30% off any course in my catalog all month long. 30% off any course in my catalog, including Womanese Volume 4, which is being made available until the end of the month. $16, the Book of Womanese. Get it now. We're gonna look at one last part of the article. And this is funny because Jap actually sort of hit on this. Now, Jap, you said you don't want to be you don't want to be educated or enriched by a woman. You're not interested in being enlightened by a woman. Well, according to this article, a man with a lot of female friends will have a greater and deeper understanding of women in general. Same for men raised with a lot of sisters, and will be more evolved and a respectful partner. Same for women with many male friends. Oh boy. We become better, more flexible, I'll give her that, and more well-rounded people. The more friends we have of every gender, sexual orientation, race, etc. Our friends, she says, are our greatest teachers. So, Jap, this woman just said that a man with a lot of female friends will have a greater and deeper understanding of women in general, and they will be a more evolved and respectful partner. Agree or disagree?
I agree and disagree. I like to be around a lot of women to learn from them, but I'm going to take a page out of Myron's book. They're associates. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
I'm not really a friend to no damn woman, especially if she looks good. Like,
Right.
what the fuck are you calling me for crying about this other dude? Bring your ass through. We'll work it out tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You told her to cry on? Shit.
Yeah, but I like to be around women because I'm doing research and I'm learning because they give themselves away. If you be quiet, they'll tell you everything you need to know about how their strategy, and they'll especially when they get comfortable around you.
Oh yeah.
If you don't come off thirsty and just let them go, you're gonna learn everything you need to know about how deceitful and devilish these women are, and they're disgusting too. Make no mistake about it. They're
Real talk.
like, these women are
Real,
disgusting.
hey, you let a woman talk long enough, she will tell on herself all day, every day. Lucario, listen, this woman says a man with a lot of female friends will have a greater and deeper understanding of women in general and will be a more evolved and respectful partner.
You know, it's funny. I just noticed that was the Good Men Project.
Yeah, there it is. See, Lucario knows.
They're the worst, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, a dude is not gonna get a deeper understanding of women by being a friend unless he's trying to understand the friend zone. Other than that, he's not. You know what I'm saying? So he'll understand the friend zone, and then he'll also understand the if he's looking close enough, he'll understand the guys that she really wants. You understand what I'm saying? That's all he's gonna know. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna be sitting there hoping he's the guy that she wants at some point, but she's gonna come to him and cry and talk about all the guys she really wants. So that's that. If she's talking about a deeper understanding on that aspect, then I agree. But I think she's trying to say a deeper understanding of like who a woman really is and her deep inner thoughts. Like, but nobody cares about that. You understand?
Right.
So, unless he wants to know about the friend zone, then he'll learn about that. You understand? That's the deeper understanding. You feel me? Listen,
the only deep understanding I want to have with a woman is the cervix. That's about where it is. Myron, your thoughts. Now I'm going to go to the other side with this one, Myron, because it says, check this out, same for women with many male friends. So a woman with many male friends, she says, we become better, more flexible, and more well-rounded people. Agree or okay, you got the cap on. So women with a lot of male friends become more well-rounded people. I agree with that, but not in the way this woman says. What say you?
Yeah.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah. I mean, as a man, I'm gonna say right now, the number one reason why it is pointless to have female friends. And the reason why is because they offer no value to you as a man. Right. Just straight up. I'm gonna say that again. They offer zero value to you as a man, platonic female friends. And the reason why is because they don't understand, right, the masculine burden of performance. So they can never really sympathize with your experience as a man. Yeah, they can kind of like talk here and there. Like, you know what, I dealt with adversity maybe one time when, the hair straightener was broken or some shit like that. But they don't deal with the same problems we do, bro. Like I say all the time, men live in a fact-based reality where our performance directly influences our reality. Women don't live in that. A woman could be mediocre, be a drug dealer, or using drugs, whatever it may be, smoking weed all the time, being a degenerate, and she's still going to get attention and sexual access from men that are much higher status than her. Men don't operate that way. If a chick is bad enough, she can get in a room with Future and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Just regardless of her personality, what she brings to the table. A guy, if you're a bum, you ain't getting in no room with Rihanna, nigga. Like, no, that's not happening. So that automatically lets you know off rip that you must bring value as a man. So since we have different burdens of performance, right, there's no way that you can seriously be friends with a woman and have a productive friendship because she does not understand the masculine experience. And she shouldn't. Honestly, she shouldn't. No. Men and women are different, and it's okay. She's not going to know your problems. You're not necessarily going to understand her problems. So it is always better for you as a man to have male friends. And the other reason, too, is because when you talk about your masculine problems to a woman, they're going to innately get repulsed by you. And the reason is because women are designed to look for security. So if you tell her some stuff like, oh my God, I think they're going to fire me at work, I'm not so sure. You just play this sob story. She, like, on the front side, she's like, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Don't worry. You're going to get through it. But in the back of her mind, she's like, You're soft. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's gonna say, and she's gonna like the vagina is just gonna dry up like the Sahara Desert. Done. Because women are designed to look for security, man. That's what they're designed to look for. So even if you're her male best friend, she's gonna lose attraction for you. So she can't even help you with your problems. So what benefit is she gonna be to you? You know what I'm saying? But you can definitely help her with her problems. As a man, you can sit there, listen to her problems, be that stable rock of logical reasoning for her, etc. You're giving her all the benefit. You can't get no benefit from her, bro. Like you're just not. It's stupid.
Listen, Hotep. Listen, strong argument by Myron. What do you think of women who have a lot of male friends? Do women who have a lot of male friends become better, more flexible, and more well-rounded people, or is it something else?
Women who have a lot of male friends. So women who have a lot of male friends are really leeching off the benefits of being around the masculine energy. They're usually smoking weed for free, drinking for free, eating for free, getting rides someplace. They're usually grifting.
Ooh, wow.
And they're not always doing it in exchange for the peace leaf.
Right.
They know that they can keep these men around and not have to offer any of that, right? And because these men are just gonna simp and do whatever they want because she's cute. I know a woman like that. She's got a lot of guy friends, and she don't give them, any of them any play. And when they do, she's like, relax, calm down. It's not that type of party. And they continue to give her the benefits of being around. I wouldn't do that damn shit. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. They're usually grifting off the male energy.
Okay, again, getting all the benefits of masculinity without having to provide the femininity that men want. Read the peace leave. CGA.
Yeah, that works.
Are women who have a lot of male friends better, more flexible, and more well-rounded people, or is it something else?
Well, she kind of insinuated in the article that men, if you have more sisters and you're around women, you're going to learn and understand them. And she's right. But you're not going to be the better man. She's trying to say now he knows how to be the best man for his woman now. Now you're talking to a guy here, that supposedly can't get women. But I've been traveling with women and working with women directly, managing them for 20 years before I even got on YouTube. Wow. And let me tell you something. Traveling with them, buses, airplanes, hotels, night in, night out. Most of the time I was the only male with these groups of teams that I went around year round, traveling, recruiting, meeting with all for years on end. And let me tell you something. That experience alone told me everything that I need to know about women.
There you go.
Not to be the better man to them, but like I think somebody, Lucario or somebody who was speaking earlier on this was talking about, you're going to see them fart. You're going to see them talk about getting their back blown out. You're going to see 3 women messing with the same guy. You're going to see them messing with each other, turning each other out. And that removed the sugar and spice and everything nice. That removed that from women for me, because that exposure to them told me that these are just regular people. Okay. They lie, cheat, steal. They do all of the things that men that don't hang around women don't understand about them. I don't give them the benefit of the doubt. I've been around too many damn women and I manage them. I've seen them try to wiggle out of things. So I don't treat women as like, oh, you're a woman, so you have the moral high ground. You're just going to do what's right. I don't do that. Now, in return to, as opposed to her becoming more flexible for men, yeah, the more men she hangs around, she's gonna become real flexible.
She's gonna be real flexible.
She's gonna be real flexible. She's gonna be smuggling a lot of salami, but that's just the way it goes. Now, if she doesn't smuggle the salami and she is then what Hotep and the brothers were talking about, then she's grifting. She's taking the attention. She's taking all of these things. And if a man pushes up and he steps out of line, which all of them want to step out of line and test it. And then when he tests that market, then she pushes back. This is when guys got to realize, if women are communicating with you and they have no intention to come over, you'll know that she's trying to get something other than that from you. And this is the whole basis of the story. Men and women cannot be friends, because at that point, she's getting something way more valuable than you're getting. You have no business in this world ever trying to hang around with women. Just no business saying, this is my friend, this is my trusted advisor, this is the person that I'm going to give all of the information and the secrets to my life to. Why? Like, what do you get? And I want to bring this point up. When was the last time have you seen two happy women? We were talking about this earlier on a fancy date. When was the last time you seen them on a fancy date? Okay.
Never.
You don't see them on fancy dates. Why?
Right.
Because they don't need to take each other on fancy dates. They're not going to do that. So this is where the idea of if a woman does cross that line and goes with other women, then she'll start to want to go on fancy dates because she has the provider to do that. You, the male. Now, when she goes over to another woman, they don't go on fancy. When was the last time you went to Fleming's and you see two happy women and they were just enjoying? She had a steak. She had a steak. You don't see that. If they do go, they're sharing the platter. All right, they're sharing the platter. They got the rice, and then they scoop. They get 2 plates. They scoop the rice. They share one steak and cut it down the middle. All right. Hey, listen, I've been around enough women to know how the game works.
I'll tell you this, man.
We've had women on the show that are happy, and let me tell you guys something. They got a different metric of success for men than they do for women, bro. And I'll tell you guys this: when they talk about dating girls, there's the requirements go way down, bro, way down. But when men, automatically, oh no, he's got to do this, he got to do that, because women know that they can leverage sex against men, but they can't leverage sex against women. That's the key.
Yep, that's when they decide they're happy. I will also say this: when it comes to sexual dynamics between men and women, I mean, listen, man, men are just easier to deal with.
Facts.
Where women are simple, but so are men. Women are not these complicated. No, women are simple. But I'll say this: if any man wants to really, really, really learn about women, if there is any doubt in your mind that women are like we say they are, they're true to their nature, become an Uber driver for 1 month. Become an Uber driver for 1 month. Women will, because when one woman, two women, they will say things in your presence because you're just an Uber driver. They're never going to see you again. They're never going to talk to you again. Dude, taxi cab drivers or Uber drivers, those guys are some of the most red-pilled people out there because they hear it and they see it all day long.
And they see them at 2:30 in the morning throwing up on people, and they getting pipe blown. They're coming from their husband's house and getting dropped off their boyfriend's house. So they see a lot of stuff.
Oh my God. And they will and they will drunkenly. That's why there's a show called Taxi Cab Confessions. It's because
I remember that.
Let's read the last couple of super chats here. D Digital with the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Then there was the Steel Curtain. $5 says women with a lot of male friends allows them the ability to fine-tune their manipulative skills further. Hashtag crash test dummies. Yeah, there's definitely some truth to that. Cold Steel, $10 says, I think that a man has a problem if he can't sexually attract a woman and get laid, whether he has female friends or not. If he plays it right, female friends can provide introductions and social proof. You are correct, but that is a man with game. And unfortunately, most men don't have game because our fathers aren't around to teach us that stuff.
And it's a pain in the ass, bro. Like,
no shit on Cold Steel. This is a very good point,
guys, bro.
Like, just assuming
these women guys, like this dude, like, well, Cold Steel, I love you, bro. I love you. You support us. But dude, going out with girls it's you're still better off going out with men, bro. Like, it's not the concept of using women as wing women. Like, it's not as potent and as good as you think, because what's gonna happen is she's gonna start to, if you actually have game and she sees you killing it with girls, she's gonna try to sabotage you.
Yes, she will absolutely cock block. Yes, absolutely.
Because as soon as she helps you get another girl, that other girl is gonna know the game and say, yo, I don't want you dealing with her no more. Or yo, and you're gonna be getting sexual access from her. So she's not gonna want to give that up. So she's gonna sabotage you at some point if you get too.
If you do play it, listen, if you do play it right, you can partly listen. I've dated 6 strippers. And listen, strippers get you attention from other girls, other strippers. And listen, while all that is great, there is a cost to it. If you play it right, like Cold Steel says, you can certainly leverage that and parlay that into other opportunities. But dude, you got to have airtight game. So I agree with you, but that's not advice for most, I guess, non-advanced level people. Go ahead, Odette.
And the ROI is low too, man. My opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, you're right. I was thinking about it. Like I was saying, like if you could, let's say there was a woman you wanted to get with, but she had you friend zoned.
Right.
The ideal thing is to take her out and holler at other chicks in front of her, and that would bring her back around. But I think you're right, because I'm thinking about myself. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need some advanced level G to close that. To close that.
You giving her too much power, and you're doing like, like just take the L and like just be done with it.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'm not gonna. All right, she said no, so now I'm gonna take her out and then show her I can get other chicks. Then hopefully she'll be like, okay. I don't want to see you with other women. So now I want no. But
listen, that's high level game. But in the end, for most guys,
her too much attention. It's too many.
Listen, that's some advanced level stuff, and it can be done. But for most men, if you shoot your shot and she's not feeling it, charge it to the game and move to the next target, man. That's really all I can tell you. Tyson Jaleel, $5 California says, I know some happy women that are happy to slow their body counts down. Other women are never included in their count. Wow. You know what? I agree with that. I don't think, oh my goodness.
They're not counting the girl.
Women, listen, do other women count in another woman's body count? For me, that's a no. I don't even count
dudes from Cancun.
No.
If they're on vacation, they don't count it, let alone another chick.
I mean, like honestly, if some chick, I even say this, if Devin comes to me and says, Donovan, I cheated on you, I'd be like, all right, well, pack your bags. Well, wait a minute, it was with Misty. Am I gonna be mad? I'm like, okay, I guess I'm kind of pissed, but next time, tell Misty to come over, right? Like that's the way I see it. A woman
that ain't gonna work out either for you, well. So that always turns bad on you too. But women don't count. Women don't count other women. They don't count dudes from out of town. They don't count dudes from professional athletes. One night stands with R&B singers. They don't count a lot of things. So it's a useless question to ask women. All right. What you have to understand is, first of all, she's gonna lie. Second of all, they are very. They have the easiest thing to do. They lay on their back and they expose themselves to men, and all men are probably going to hit it in that particular situation. So if that is the case on a slow Tuesday, she could just be sitting there. Whatever, I got a valuable piece of thing between my legs. It's going to get given out. Okay, they mate like cats. Right. You don't see cats out there doing it, but they doing it. They're obviously doing it. So they will do it behind the scenes. Men are like dogs. We're going to do it like whenever, wherever. Grocery store right now. All right, so you see our sexual exploits out in public. They are good enough to hide it. So every now and then you might catch a cat in heat in a gutter somewhere, but for the most part, it's going to be really quiet. Therefore, the number is higher than most men think. So don't even ask the question. Just assume it's high.
I will say this. Any woman who has had relations with another woman has had endless sausage, because again, the reason why she decided to switch it, she decided to become a Roberto Alomar. It's because she's probably a little bit bored with the sausages. I wonder what these tacos are like. Listen, sausage is great. Like, it's freaking awesome. It never, ever gets old unless, of course, you've had a lot of sausage. So any woman who ever admits to being in a relationship with another woman or went through a happy phase, you better believe that notch count is 300 plus. Let's see. North South, $2 says Myron showed happy gals won't date single moms. Oh, right. What is?
No.
I've had women that claim to be bi, and I asked them, will you date a woman that's a single mom? And they always say no.
Of course not.
Okay, that's a bi, but that nanny fresh looking thick neck stud, she will definitely take care of another man's kids.
Oh, of course, it's very, very different.
She wants to be moms that bad.
There's a lot of those in Chicago.
Yes,
he said Manny Fresh.
Single dads have a much higher sexual market value on the market than single moms. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is going to listen. That's going to bring our and straight to Patreon. So that's going to bring this episode to a close. There's no way we're leaving this up. And you can all thank Geeky Anomaly for that, for opening up the floor about happy women. Got to keep it clean here got to keep it safe here on YouTube. I don't think I missed any other super chats. If I have, somebody please let me know in the chat. Let's go around the room. Let's go around the panel and tell the people where they can find you. Jap, lead us off.
Minister Jap on YouTube. Type in Minister Jap. Subscribe to my channel. Like, share, subscribe. Realest channel on YouTube. We cooking. And follow me on Instagram at This Is Jappa.
Good stuff. Hotep.
Yo, Hotep here. Hotep Jesus. HotepJesus.com. Get a copy of the Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity at HotepJesus.com.
Very good. Myron Gaines, Mr. 100K.
Hey, man. I'm happy to be on the show, guys. We're going to have a late night podcast here. The guests just arrived. We got some ladies in the house. So,
here we go. Fresh and Fit late night, baby.
We're going to probably go in about 20 minutes or so on our channel, Fresh and Fit on YouTube. In about 20 minutes, 10:20, we're going to start. We're just waiting on the audio engineer to get in, and we're going to start the show. So catch us there.
Excellent. And Locario.
Yes, guys. Make sure you check me at badboymembership.com, MrLocario.com, at Real Mr. Locario on Instagram. Shout out to everybody. Peace.
Appreciate that. And I have actually one last announcement, and I have all of a sudden forgotten how to operate the board. Oh, there we go. I have one last announcement. And
Hey. What happened to my shine?
Dude, I totally skipped CJ. I had you up.
Don't skip my shine.
My bad. That was the announcement.
Coach Greg Adams on YouTube. And then also hit me up at gregadams1.com. You can get my book, free book.
Yes.
52 things. Get the free book, guys. Go ahead and get that. And then if you want to really invest, get the 10 building blocks of masculinity. Get that course.
Now, the 52 things, that's 52 things that every man should do before 30?
Before considering marriage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, 52 things, because a lot of guys right now, you're going out there, you're thinking about getting married, and you're thinking about settling down. You might have had 10 pieces of peace leave, and you're like, oh, I've had enough. I'm ready to settle down with my girl. Read this book. All right, it's free on my website.
Good stuff. One last announcement, and I gotta shout out my girl, man. I gotta shout out my girl. The Sharpe Stream mobile app is now live on both the App Store on iOS and the Google Play Store. That's right. The Sharpe Stream mobile app, the legit one this time. I actually attempted this about a year and a half ago, and it was an abject disaster. Devin she built the app from the bottom to the top. It is fully functional. You can watch everything that I do on Sharpe Stream right there on the mobile app. It's also interfaced with my blog. So any videos that I do, anything that I post, we're still working on getting the push notifications done. So we know that YouTube is not notifying anybody that I'm going live for obvious reasons. But get your hands on the Sharpe Stream mobile app. Listen, man, Dev has taken some slings and arrows from some people here as of late. And listen, man, they can say whatever they want about her. They can talk about her appearance, whatever the case may be. But the guys talking shit about her don't have a woman that builds websites for them. All they do is complain about them. So listen, man, like the next time you want to sling arrows at somebody else's girl from behind a fucking avatar, maybe try to consider why you don't have one that does what mine does. So I'll leave it at that. Let me read these last couple of super chats. Fear to no one with the $2 super chat says salute. Malevolent Elephant. Interesting name. The only effective way out of the friend zone is to disappear for usually years, and when they see you again, you are a higher value and different guy. That's very true, but at that point, when you're a higher value guy, you don't want that bitch no more. So she can say goodbye to that. That is going to do it for this edition of The Six. Guys, be sure to tune in to the Fresh and Fit Late Night Podcast. We are out of here. We will see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take care.